Hello and welcome to my podcast. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I am Jenny and this is my little corner of the internet where I like to talk about all the things that I've been making and the plans I have for making things in the future. I'm already losing my train of thought. This is not a new thing. If you are a returning viewer, you will know that this happens a lot. Not normally quite this early in the proceedings. Hopefully it's going to get better rather than worse from here. So a little bit about what I'm going to talk about today. First of all, it is Thursday the 15th of August. It's about 9:30 in the evening. This is later than I would normally record, later in the day, later in the week actually. I tend to do a Wednesday, but it is the school holidays. We've been away for a couple of nights and I'm just doing this whenever I get the chance at the moment. So I'm hoping to still have it published on Friday 16th for you. It may be a day or two late, we shall see. So first of all, last week I think I toyed with the idea of splitting the episode into 2 parts and then ended up not doing. I think I'm going to do it today. In fact, no, I am going to do it today. Partly because there's a couple of sections that are very short. There's one I'm not going to do. And then there is one that will be longer than usual. And it just kind of makes sense to group things a little bit differently. So I will be recording both parts today. Then part 1 will hopefully be released, published, whatever, on Friday 16th, and then part 2 will come out to you a day or 2 later, just so you're not swamped with videos all at once. And yeah, just a quick rundown of what I'm going to chat about. Part 1 will be my finished objects and works in progress, the on my radar section, and then this time I'll be doing the official podcast wrap up with the kind of official bits and bobs. And then part 2, I'm going to talk about acquisitions. I've got a big parcel, which may or may not contain lots of yarn. Haven't opened it yet. It's been here a few days and I thought I'd keep it to open it with you. So I will talk about that, and I will have a little bit of chatter for you. I'm going to talk about something in the chatter section that you might not want to hear about. Not going to mention it now, it's not relevant now. When I get there, I will make it very, very clear before I start going into any detail what the topic is. And if you're not comfortable hearing about it, I completely understand. It's a very sensitive subject for a lot of people, and so I'll let you know. You can just end watching. You stop watching at that point. There won't be anything else after. You won't be missing out on anything. So that will be that. I am going to completely and utterly miss the to-do review section this time, mainly because I have not been organised enough to do it. And yeah, I can't be bothered, basically. I think, is that the parcel? Is it Neris? It's the parcel. Neris hasn't come in yet. She's a bit cross with us because we went away. But she may well come and visit, you know what she's like. details. As always, I will put chapters up for you so you can easily skip sections, skip back to sections, however you want to do it. And that's about it, I think, for the intro. As always, I hope you enjoy. So, finished objects. This is going to be really quick. Possibly. Probably. Because there's only one to talk about and I don't have it here with me. I have finished the summer top that I was making. I think I showed you last time that I was nearly done. I just had one sleeve to do and then some finishing touches. It is now completely finished. I wore it while we were away, and so of course it's now in the wash. So I can't show you. It's in the laundry basket, waiting to go in the machine tomorrow. I think what I will do, I will try to take some footage of me wearing it and possibly of it laid out as well, and talk about it more then for you. If I haven't managed to do that, you'll be seeing some pictures now, just so you can see what it looks like in all its finished glory. And as for the details, there will be a link in the description with what am I trying to say? There'll be a link to the project page on Ravelry so you can get all the details about the pattern and the yarn and that sort of thing. So that's really all I have to say about that, except I really, really like it. Like I said, I wore it on, what day is it? I wore it on Wednesday. That's yesterday, isn't it? Yeah, I wore it yesterday. And it's really comfortable. I think it suits me. I think. And yeah, it was just what I needed. It was a really, really hot day yesterday, where we were anyway. And we were walking around a lot. And it was perfect. It was really cool and comfortable. And yeah, I'm really, really glad that I got it finished in time. So that's that, and I'll move on. That was quick. So, works in progress. Again, there's not too much to talk about. Sorry, that parcel's up against the chair and is now going to make a noise every time I twiddle. Works in progress. I'm going to talk about 4 this evening. I have got more. I've always got more, you know that. But there are 4 that are definitely active. One of those, however, is the blanket for my brother, and although I am still counting it as active because it is very much to be worked on, I haven't managed to do any since the last time I spoke to you, so there is no point in showing you that. I really, really need to get a move on. I had set myself a target of getting to 65% completed by the end of August. We are now officially halfway through August. No, tomorrow will be, but by the time you see this, it's officially halfway through August. And I don't know what percentage I'm at, but I don't think I'm even close to that. So I need to try and find some time to work on it over the next couple of weeks, because I really, really want to get it done and given to my brother. So, things I can show you. We have a little update on Salazzle. Not a lot has changed from when you saw her last time. This is the Pokemon amigurumi that I am making for Ned, who is my little boy, if you've not been here before. He is 8 years old. He is absolutely furious. There's Neris. Absolutely furious at the fact that we can't buy merchandise with any of the more obscure Pokemon on. So I said I'd make him one. It was a mistake. No, it wasn't. I have enjoyed parts of the process, and I know, he's been seeing it come together, and he really, really loves it already. So I'm just trying to see if Neris can go through the door. I think I might have accidentally shut her out. Neris is my cat, by the way. I've just realised new people won't know who she is, who I'm talking about. That's a cat you can hear in the background. She's trying to get in and see me, join in. And I might let her in a minute. What was I saying? Yes, so last time she looked very similar to this, but you can hopefully see I have begun to add detail, started needle felting her stomach area patch on, and yeah, there's still a lot to do. You know, there's extra detail to add to the front. There's apparently some detail on the back that needs adding. I know nothing about, but Ned tells me there is. And she needs facial features and all of that. Oh, here she comes, clever girl. And just this bit needs a lot of neating up as well. It's too fluffy at the moment. I want it to be much, much smoother than that, although it does feel nice. Hi, I'm gonna come say hello. I know there's stuff in the way, isn't there? You come in. Yeah? Oh, good girl, good job. Come on up then. Yay. There we go. Little tail. Yeah, you've made me lose my train of thought again. So yes, not a lot of progress, but some. And again, something I really need to get finished. Maybe I will take my needle felting supplies downstairs tomorrow. I can do that in the morning. It shouldn't be too tricky, and then Ned will be able to see that I am actually working on it again as well. Oh, there she goes. So yes, here she is. Hopefully next time she'll look a little different, a little more complete. Okay, two other books. One that I have, no, start again. I had just started last time I spoke to you. You may recognise these triangles. You can see they have now all been joined together, and additional yarn has been added. So this is a cardigan that I am making for my sister-in-law. This is another late birthday present. Not quite as late as my brother's, but getting increasingly so. Luckily the weather's been far too warm for her to want to wear it recently anyway, so I've got a bit of grace there. And yeah, it's working out really, really nicely. This pattern, hang on. Why do I never get the information ready before I start talking? One day I might be organised. This pattern is called the... Neris was just trashing the place on the way out the room. This pattern is called the Cool Triangles Cardigan. It is by Divine Debris of Instagram and Ravelry, and she has her own website I believe as well, all of which I will link below, either separately or in the project page for this. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's working up really well. Excuse me. It is working up really, really well. So, what was I about to say then? It is using Aran weight yarn. Yeah, it's using Aran weight yarn, so it's working up nice and quickly. This is all Stylecraft Special Aran in black and white and Emperor, I think, for the purple. Yes, it is. And I am using the triangles, which are worked corner to corner. I used a 3.5mm hook, and for the rest of it I'm using a 4.5mm hook, both of which are smaller than is suggested in the pattern, but that is because, as I may have mentioned several times in the past, I have quite loose tension. So, you know, it's still got, let me hold it this way so I'm not tangling myself in the yarn that is attached. It's still got quite a nice drape to it. You can see it moves quite nicely. hopefully the sizing is working out okay. My gauge is about right. I think if anything it'll be a little bit too big for my sister-in-law, which she has already said is kind of what she's aiming for, so that will hopefully work out quite nicely. It's a very, very simple construction. I won't say too much about it because it is a paid pattern, but basically you make the triangles, you join the triangles together, you work one side, you work the other side, and then do the sleeves, which is super simple. The only thing I will say, and this is not a fault of the pattern, this is an issue that I have, is that once you've done the triangles, actually no, first of all, doing the triangles, you're doing 6 or 7 of exactly the same thing over and over again, and then the rest of it is the same stitch over and over again, which is great in many, many ways because it makes it really simple. I don't have to keep checking the pattern too often. I don't have to think too hard, basically, which is fab. I can watch TV or whatever while I'm working on it. I do get bored easily. Again, no fault of the pattern designer. Completely understand why she's made it simple, and I am actually really grateful that she has, because it is working out fast, but it just means that I don't always want to work on it because I don't want to just mindlessly crochet. I want to really get my teeth into something. So yeah, it's not coming along quite as fast as it should be because I keep taking breaks from it. But I think I am now probably just over halfway through, actually. I've got, let me measure that up, completed one side pretty much. I've got about 2/3 of the other side to do, and the sleeves, and then just a bit of edging basically, and it will be done. So I will try to have it not take too much longer, partly because there are so many other things I want to make. Partly because I want my sister-in-law to have it for her birthday. My voice keeps going really squeaky, I am sorry. Let me have a drink. I'm being incredibly classy and having a pint of cherryade today. So I think that's really all there is to say about that one. I feel like I was going to say something else, but it's gone. So I shall put that away. And I shall tell you about my 4th work in progress instead. It is my 4th active whip. And my favourite one at the moment. You'll see why in a moment. Cushion. Making a cushion. Well, not making the cushion, making a cover for the cushion. We're more than halfway through the year. It's getting spooky over here. I love this pattern. It is one I have used before. If you watched anything around this time last year, I think it might have been the year before, in which case it won't have been shown, but I might have shown it last year. You will have seen that I have previously made a cushion with this pattern. It sold at last year's Halloween craft market that I went to. It was in fact my biggest sale of that market. The colours were different on that one. It was black with orange pumpkins. This one I've gone a bit day glow. Basically I'm trying to use up stash yarn, and I wanted to use the orange because pumpkins, and it is proper pumpkin orange as well actually. This is all Stylecraft Special DK. I tell a lie, the purple isn't. The orange and the peach is Stylecraft Special DK, which I have a lot of, and yeah, I've got a lot of orange. It's called Jaffa and I bought tons of it a couple of years ago for making pumpkin themed things and didn't get through it all, so I've still got, I think I've still got 2 full skeins, and I'm not going to even use a full one, I don't think, for this. So expect more bright orange objects in the future. It's really not my colour either, but it's fun. So this pattern is, can you guess? How long have you been here? How many times have I mentioned this designer since you've been watching? Not today, in general. The pattern is, of course, by Sixel Design. Wonderful, incredibly talented Alexis over in the US. All her patterns are fantastic. She has got a blanket pattern out at the moment, which I think she released in July, very end of July. No, it might have been earlier than that. It might have been June. It's relatively recent, but it's not her latest one. Called Gothica. It's a blanket pattern, and it's on my wish list. I will buy it. I've bought most of her patterns already. I haven't made most of them yet, but I have bought most of them, and her book, which is called Dark and Dramatic Crochet, I think. It's over there somewhere. Yes, it's mosaic crochet, overlay mosaic crochet, which is one of my favourite crochet techniques. It's a lot simpler than it looks. If you haven't tried it before and you're thinking, oh my god, that looks really daunting and I can't do it, no, you can. You absolutely can. Most of the stitches are just single crochet and double crochet. US. There are some special stitches, which I can't say apparently tonight, but Alexis's patterns are really well written. She does, I think, have some video tutorials as well. Now, her instructions are really clear, and yeah, you can do it. This is a relatively simple one as well. There's only, I think it's only like the edges of each pumpkin where you've got the special stitches. So you can absolutely do it. And she's got loads of other fab things as well. So, cushion construction, I am making one square panel. There will be, where am I? I'm going to complete this repeat of the pattern, and then this panel will be complete. I will then be making two smaller panels for the back, same design. I might reverse the colours, what do you think? I don't know. Not sure whether I should or not. But I'm going to make one that will be, I'm thinking, 3 repeats. One that will be 2 repeats, so they overlap. Then I'm going to add button loops to the bottom of the top panel. Sew them all together. No, I won't sew them all together. I will crochet them all together around the edge, because sewing things together is a bind. Takes far longer than it should, and it's just more fiddly. So I will crochet around the edges to secure them all together. I shall add buttons. That's the thing I need to mention, which I haven't, and I haven't got anything to show you, but I'm going to mention it. I'm going to hopefully be adding my own handmade buttons. I've started playing with polymer clay. I want to be able to make buttons for cushion covers, and maybe stitch markers, maybe little badges. Let's see what happens. Definitely buttons though, so that when I am making the many cushions that are planned for my future, I can make ones that match. So I don't know if they will be pumpkin buttons yet, but they will be orange. And if they are pumpkin buttons, they will have faces. I am determined. But yes, I thought rather than messing with the pattern and doing buttonholes, working them into it, I'm just going to overlap flaps. That sounds rude. And add like loops along the edge to fasten onto the buttons. How many times have I said buttons in the last 5 minutes? And yeah, that should do it. Hopefully, I'm thinking the edging will be in the peach colour that the pumpkins are in. I would love to do it in this purple. I think that would look really good. I don't think I've got enough of it, which is very irritating. Maybe I will add a little purple pom-pom or tassel or something. What do you think? Let let me know. I haven't got it to hand. It's in the bag somewhere, but I'm not going to rummage now. Otherwise I would show you. I've got like a tiny little ball like this of the purple yarn left. What do you think I should do with it? Yeah, I love it. It's going to look so good when it's done. And this is something that I do keep working on, like wanting to work on, because yes, it's repetitive, but how do I describe it? It isn't. I think because, you know, there are different stitches in each row. Yes, you're repeating the rows after a certain point to repeat the pattern, both up and across. Oh, I don't know, I just really enjoy it, okay? I don't know, I'm contradicting everything I just said about the cardigan. But yeah, I think I just really, really love the bands that she comes out with. They're all brilliant. I'm a big fan. What can I say? Right, where am I? That's all the finished objects, all the works in progress. So for part one, there's really just the on my radar bit and a little wrap up for you. So I will shuffle this way a little so I can put pictures here. I really need to think a sentence through before I start talking. I subscribe to Cassandra's YouTube channel, Craftably Ever After. You should too, she's amazing. And her main focus is amigurumi. She makes amigurumi all the time. She's fantastic. She's got a couple of her own patterns that she's designed. Everything she makes is just really cute. It's great. In the episode that I watched most recently, I was going to say her latest one, but it won't be by now because I'm a little bit behind. But in the one that I watched the most recently, she was making loaf cats. Either you've gone, oh god, not these again, or you've got no idea what I'm talking about. It's a bit of a trend at the moment. There are a number of patterns for the loaf cat amigurumi style thing. I can't remember exactly which one Cassandra has been using. I will try and remember to go back and find out, check that video and link to it in the description. If not, just Google crochet loaf cat, you'll find a bunch. They're so cute and they look really easy to work up. Cassandra said she's a bit addicted to making them, and I can completely see why. She's done some plain ones, she's done one or two in speckly yarn I think, which looks fantastic, and I think possibly one in a self-striping. I might be misremembering that. Yeah, they all look really cute. She's done some lovely little black cat ones which are great, and I want to get involved in making them. Again, if you've been here for any length of time, you'll know how much I love cats. Obviously, you've glimpsed Neris, heard her mostly this evening. I am a certified crazy cat lady. There is a running joke that I am half cat. You know, cats are life. It's not true, but cats, yeah, I love cats. Sorry, I just do. And so yeah, I want to make these. I want to make a bunch of little ones like this kind of size as key rings for the craft market that I'm hosting and selling at in October, which I will tell you more about in a minute. And yeah, I just think they'll be super cute. Obviously it's, you know, a Halloween themed craft market. I'm gonna make a load of black ones, but I think I might throw in a few other colours as well. I might try self-striping yarn because I think that'd be cool, or a variegated one. I don't know if I've got any speckly yarn that would be suitable. Not sure, but if I do, I'll give that a go. I've got a fluffy yarn that I wouldn't, because they're so small, I wouldn't normally bother using it for something tiny, because you'd lose all the definition. But you can see from these pictures there isn't really any definition to lose. So I think using a little bit of fluffy yarn to make a long-haired loaf cap might be, I don't know, I'll give it a try maybe. We'll see. And I don't know what else to say now, but they just look adorable, and I think they'd make really cute key rings. So yeah, watch this space. Hopefully next time I'll have at least a few to show you. I need to add them to my list of plans. Actually, must remember to do that. Now I've said it, hopefully when I come to edit I will. So yeah, that's everything to say about that. I will of course link to Cassandra's channel for you. As I said, I'll try and remember to link the pattern that she talked about, but if I do forget, you can go and watch her video and she'll tell you all about it. And that's almost it for part 1. As I said, I'm just going to do the official podcast wrap up for you, just so that part 2 can be a bit less, I don't know, less form. I don't know, I can concentrate on the fun stuff, showing you all the yarny stuff. So next episode will be recorded on the 28th of August, published hopefully on the 30th of August. I'm saying hopefully because it's the summer holidays. My schedule is completely disrupted. There are not nearly enough hours in the day to do everything that I want and need to be doing. But I will do my best. That's my plan, is to get it out on the 30th for you. My next craft market is on the 5th of October in Harrogate. It is one that I am hosting. I will also be selling at it. Please, if you're in the area at the time, do come along. If you're local to Harrogate and you are looking for a market to trade at, then get in touch. My email address will be below. Just dropping all my note cards. And likewise, if you know anyone who would fit that bill, oh my god, words. If you know anyone who might want to trade at the market, then feel free to pass on my details and tell them to get in touch. I'm really, really looking forward to it. It is starting to slowly fill up. I've got a few vendors booked in now. I think I mentioned last time I've got a lovely lady who will be doing a pop-up cafe for me, so that will hopefully draw a few extra people through the door. I have also purchased, I haven't actually paid for it yet, I need to pay for the music license that I have arranged so that I can have background music playing. I will of course be setting up a Halloween themed playlist. If you have any suggestions, please put them in the comments for me. I've got a few ideas, but yeah, if there are any seasonally appropriate songs that you are that you particularly like, have sprung to mind, then drop them in the comments and I will probably add them, because the more the better. And that is almost it. Not quite though, because I need to apologise slightly for a mix-up with dates that I had last time I spoke to you. I mentioned the make-along that I am going to be co-hosting with another lovely YouTuber, and I said I'd be and cannot speak this evening. I said that I would be officially announcing it today in this episode. I was wrong. I think the plan is to announce it at the end of August. My voice is going, hang on. Yes, I think we'll be announcing it at the end of August, which should line up with my next podcast episode. So hopefully I'll be able to tell you all the details then. It is Halloween themed, so if you have any yarn that you think would be especially suitable for a Halloween themed make along, then get it ready, and I hope you will be able to join in with us when the time comes. And that's the lot for part 1. As I said, part 2 will be coming out in another day or two. I will be talking about my acquisitions. Not that I should have any, but I do. And I will be sharing a little bit of a life update with you, a bit of chatter. But for now, thank you very, very much for joining me. Yes, thank you very, very much for coming along, especially if you are a new viewer. Yeah, if you like it, if you like what you see, then please remember to press the subscribe button. There, subscribe button. It's the other side, isn't it? Anyway, because, I mean, there's loads of reasons. There's loads of reasons to do it, and very few not to. It will not cost you a penny. It will take seconds. You may have just heard my little boy in the background, just waiting to see whether he does actually need me or whether he's just talking in his sleep. I think he was talking in his sleep. What was I going to say? I got interrupted and I completely destroyed my train of thought then. Subscribe, if you can. If you want to see more of me, basically. And yeah, if you could pop a little thumbs up on the video as well, that would be wonderful. If you can hear any moving around kind of noises in the background, that is my husband coming upstairs to go to bed. I won't be for a while, but that's my problem. I will eventually properly finish this. Yeah. If you have anything you would like to share with me, stick it in the comments, and I would love to hear from you. Like and subscribe and share and follow me on Instagram and all that nonsense that we all spout and that you're sick of hearing. And I'll be back in a couple of days with the next bit. Bye for now.